What's going on, fellow Bitcoiners? I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay.
And we're here from Kirby Digital Assets Group with another segment of Altcoins We Buy.
Oh, yeah.
What is the altcoin we're buying today?
Altcoin we're looking at today is Factom.
Factom.
F-A-C-T-O-M.
Is that a fact? Factom.
Factom. Very interesting name. Factom.com, where you can see it. But their claim to the game is data integrity. Okay. Meaning there are companies who really need their data secured, aka hospitals. Factom actually received a grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. To secure medical records.
So they have some serious backing
going right now. And their biggest thing is they can take your data and they can put it on the blockchain. They can make it immutable, meaning it won't be changed. They can make it honest because it won't be changed. You know it's always there. And also, too, long term, it's actually cheaper because you won't have audits. Audits are cheaper now. You won't have the paperwork shuffle that you have with certain data management companies, and even the ones that are online. If they're online, you still got to pay because you have to send it back and forth, and the records have to be kept. If it's at a centralized place, it gets hacked. Wow, hospital records gone, and we're seeing that with ransomware right now. Some of these hospital records get taken, but it can't take anything off the blockchain. So if you put hospital records, different, any records you want to put, they are making data something that you can trust in, so to say.
So basically what happens is you put medical records like in the cloud or the blockchain, and then say I go in for a hospital visit, and instead of them going through all their file cabinets or going through their own personal servers, they can just pull it from the blockchain and with my personal identity key or whatever I have.
Public address type key, yep. And
wow.
As soon as you scan it, you would scan it with your private key, so to say. And from there, you would be able to access your files quick, easy, and you could trust that they weren't changed by anybody. Because if they were correct the first time they went in, that's the only thing you have to make sure is if they're correct the first time, they're correct forever. So that's one of the best things Factom is doing now. And like I said, being able to keep your data secure and being able to be transparent, that's a big premium in the future. Transparency, because companies with private databases, people will start to frown on them once people have public ones. People will say, well, their stuff is on the blockchain, why isn't yours? And that's how companies fail. So Factom is kind of getting out early in the game. Like I said before, you got some good support behind them. Very promising.
Speaking of that support and speaking of that money that's behind them, of course, I'm going to jump in and talk about money. And it is an altcoin we buy first and foremost because not only the developers and technology behind it, of course, we do your due diligence. But I mean, hey, the Gates Foundation backed it. It's for a reason. We know they do a lot of medical things internationally, so I can see them putting it to use in their own use case since they are invested in it. And just because of that, I think, say 5-10 years personally, I believe it can grow. Once again, I'm not a financial expert or anything like that. I'm not telling you how to trade. I'm just using my own common sense of 2 + 2. It's like, okay, Bill Gates and his people back it.
And look at the trends.
Look at the trends of where everything's going.
Hospitals getting hacked.
Right.
Somebody got found.
He uses, his foundation uses it personally. So why not? Anyway, so 6 months ago, Factom was worth $3.37. Today is worth around $31.74. After 6 months, $1,000 investment would have got you $9,400 in return. $9,400 from a $1,000 investment is a 940% increase on profit.
That's a whole lot of sandwiches.
That is a whole lot. I just had to translate it. So yeah, once again, we're looking at not the biggest gain, but another, really great gain in 6 months, 940%. For people who betted their horses on Factom, when the Gates Foundation got behind it and all that, they turned $3 to get all the way up to $31. And yeah.
I mean, basically, people, what we're trying to explain to you is you can't lose right now. I mean, you can.
You can.
But you can't lose if you spread it out enough over different altcoins for long term. So these coins are so cheap. Got at least one of them has to go up. So
yeah, that was another one. We were into that one. We got out early, but not because we got out of crypto. We got out early to get in some other smaller coins, because once it's worth 10, 15, 20 bucks, I start thinking right now in the short term how high it can go up. He's always telling me it doesn't matter, 5 years, just let that thing sit. But in order to increase, he's a series holder. But in order to increase that that quick rate of return, we try to diversify. But Factom's a good one. We were in it last year. in the beginning of this year. We still go in and out of it. But yeah, it's another altcoin we buy. Here's a question though. What is the unique word or phrase for people to get their free Bitcoin in today's video?
Well, in order for you to get it today, the phrase is Bill Gates.
Oh,
With that.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. And we'll take, you want to take the first comment?
Let's take the first two.
First three.
Whoa, hold on. First three people get free Bitcoin today, and clearly it's not going to be as much as it usually is. No.
But put Bill Gates, and we'll put it.
Sounds good.
We'll send it to you. Put that public address. Make sure you subscribe, and it's all good. We'll send it to you.
As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you follow us at Kirby Crypto, KRBECRYPTO, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, where we give out our free Bitcoin advice, tips, and tricks that we use to accumulate more. And also on Instagram, we're starting to put a little bit more stuff in there about our day-to-day and what it's like working non-stop, trading and watching numbers from home.
Crypto world is crazy. I love it though.
All right, hey, take care.